Hello, Alexander Shapiro here, welcoming you to another edition of CMS Forex News. Today is Friday, May 16th, 2008. Japan's economy grew by 0.8% in the first quarter and 3.3% in annual terms. The results were better than forecasts and were led primarily by exports to Asia and emerging markets such as Russia and countries in the Middle East. The final version of Japanese industrial production for March showed a slightly larger decline in output than the preliminary release showed 2 weeks ago. On the month, production was down 3.4% compared to the original estimate of a 3.1% drop. This follows an increase of 1.6% in February. In a third release from Japan, consumer confidence continued to decline, falling to 35.2, a fresh 5-year low. The measures for the employment situation, wages, and willingness to buy big-ticket items all decreased. In New Zealand, producer prices for the first quarter came in higher than expected. Inputs to the production process rose 2.3% on higher energy costs. Output prices grew 1.8%, with dairy products leading the way. The New Zealand dollar rallied almost 200 pips against the US dollar from yesterday's low. The PPI helped the second leg of this rally in European trading, and then the Kiwi extended its gains in New York trading. As the New York session progressed, the combination of oil prices spiking to a new record high and weaker consumer confidence data caused a general sense of US dollar weakness. The trade balance in the Eurozone, seasonally adjusted, swung to a deficit of 2.4 billion euros compared to February's 1.6 billion surplus. Import growth was flat while exports declined 2.9%. The rise of the euro to new record highs made European goods more expensive abroad. Housing starts surprised on the upside for April, increasing to an annual pace of 1.03 million, an 8.2 increase on the previous month. Looking closer at the data, starts of single-family homes fell to their fewest since January 1991. So the headline number was carried by an increase in apartment buildings and condos. Building permits increased 4.9% in April compared to March, registering an annual pace of 978,000. Consumer confidence fell again in May, dropping to 59.5 according to the preliminary University of Michigan index. The fall was larger than economists had forecast and put the indicator at its weakest level since June 1980. Both current conditions and future expectations registered declines, while inflation expectations increased. The euro-dollar pair gained 130 pips after retesting support near 1.545 at the New York Open. As oil prices rose above $127 a barrel, the U.S. stocks weakened. The euro rallied and set a new intraday high at 1.56. The dollar slid 140 pips during the same period, falling to the 103.5 level. It paired the gains the dollar managed on Tuesday. Continued weakness in consumer confidence translates into lower spending and lower company profits, and will likely extend the U.S. slowdown. The Canadian dollar used the record high oil prices to fall decidedly below the parity level versus the greenback, continuing a downtrend in the pair we have seen all week. The US dollar did recover to test the parity level in later New York trading. The Australian dollar-US dollar pair is another pair ending the week stronger. The Aussie managed to rip off a 250 pip rally the last two sessions after finding support near 0.93. The Australian economy will get a boost from China's investments in domestic commodity-producing companies. As a result, export demand will remain robust, helping the Australian dollar. Next week starts with housing prices from the UK and ZEW economic sentiment numbers from Germany and the Eurozone. On Monday, the Reserve Bank of Australia releases its meeting minutes, followed by the Bank of England on Tuesday. Canada will have a busy week posting foreign flows, wholesale and retail sales numbers, and consumer prices. The U.S. will post producer price data on Tuesday and the FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. Have a great weekend and join us next week right here at cmsfx.com.